I mean, lifetime deals is a great way to sort of market yourself, right? And that first big push and maybe good amount of initial chunk of money that you're going to get out of there. But what happens is eventually uh, the value that your company or the product generates, right? It gets diluted in the minds of these people because all of a sudden you have 5,000, 10,000 lifetime deal people, and it's pretty hard to sort of convert them into recurring customers. And so, how do you? What was your experience during this process, and what were your learnings, if you were to mention any?
So you are absolutely bang on, and I think I was lucky to kind of I mean, if I did not launch a lab soon at all, and don't want to launch a lab soon. I mean, I wouldn't say don't. Yeah, so don't want to, and maybe
that's okay. I'm looking for opinions, and why is that so?
Yeah. So the reason is, see, the one has to understand what the idea of lifetime. The idea of lifetime deal is, okay, there are, so lifetime deals mostly, if I would talk about some investment parlance, the thing here is that these are your early adopters, like, the head of the curve folks who are hunting for things. They'll not use, like out of 10, they'll not use like 9 things.
Yeah.
They're still hunting for it. Like they are junkies. I mean, my customers, I'd call them that.
Yeah.
And to some extent, I've become one. Like I've also bought a lot of deals. So the point is that, but what do they give you really? They give you not just money, but they also give you learning around. But beyond that, they are giving you, they are making you addicted. So you have to know when to stop. And therefore, so you don't necessarily want like extreme, it's like saying that you don't want a lot of fame, right? So it's like saying that you should not, show adult movies to a teenager, right? So it's like that, right? So do not, so I think lots of startups, without naming them, have gone into that ever long LTD cycles, and I don't know how are they planning to come out of it. But so the thing here is that,
just to get more data on it. So how many deals or how many seats have you sold during this lifetime deal?
Yeah, so just a bit short of 1,000 deals.
1,000,
right? And yeah, which are like, and these are small price and big price. Like is it? So I think this is not too many. People said like, I know folks who have said like, 200,000, 300,000. Right? So really insane. So I think our idea was to just get traction and data, right? So like being the AI company, like we use that data to train the system again and stuff like that. Right? So we wanted to have product validation. We want to get product review, feedback, bug fixing, data train, and that's what we want. And of course, some initial traction. So I think if you can, you should do the lifetime deal, but with that caveat in mind.
Got it. Also, you you did it on a different platform to what your usual SaaS founders do. I think it's primarily AppSumo these days.
Yeah.
Right. So was there any conscious? Yeah, I would love to hear any conscious decision that you made.
Extremely conscious. So the decision was twofold. First, that I did not want to go to the like superstar sort of platforms like AppSumo. Very easy. Because the reason is that I wanted to create a friction. And second thing is that, I mean, like out of the others, I know of them, and the reason I know of them is I am also a customer when it comes to it. So because of that, I know who's who and all. And some people I hear for the money, and others I hear for sometimes like who are good people and the bad ones, right? So DeFi, I mean, I happen to become friends. Tom, who's the founder of DeFi, so he understood like what I wanted, and he was like, okay, okay, I'll let's do this, right? So we deliberately pushed, did not want to over advertise ourselves. No Google ads, nothing.
Got it. So your thought process was more about sort of getting the word out rather than sort of raising that initial sort of money that can keep your company going. Is that it?
So I would say, yeah. So money definitely was important. And maybe for some other person, it might be very important, like more critical than this. It was not the biggest problem for us, but it was definitely something which gives you boost. I would say, so the way to look at money is not, at least for us, was not that, we'll have so much money for next few months or years. It was rather than, can we get money? Because see, the problem is that, how much can people pay for this? Like we had that as the estimate, how much people are willing. So even in a short LTD run, we kept on increasing prices. So just to see, I mean, I would rather give them discount later, but then just to keep on, so this is what my thought was.
Got it. I think it looks like you figured out a way to essentially sort of spread the word out, but not do too much so that your value gets diluted. It looks like a thin line that you really managed to sort of
and
cross.
I think there are some other founders. I mean, like I think there's I forgot the name, but he's also Bombay based. I mean, I was reading somewhere that he also launched LTD. I think his product is grown a bit now, and now he had written that if you're selling more than what 700-800 of deals, something like that, you are doomed, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, these were the early days when I exploring whether or not. So I realized that where are these coming from? See, I
Yeah.
mean, people do LTD for different reasons. There are companies who are funded by big shot firms. They also do LTD, maybe for raising another round, right? Our process, our thought was clear. Why did we need it? We need
Right.
it for customer validation traction. So that's
Makes sense. Thanks for watching the B2B SaaS Podcast channel. I believe that the best way of building SaaS companies is by regularly talking to real founders who are out there building their companies. These founders have gained tons of insights during their journey, and I'm here to bring those to you. So if you want more such stuff, please make sure to subscribe to the channel here.